What's going on, everybody? I'm Shy. This is the Dollar Tree. We are back with another video. I think we should be on schedule now. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Yes, can I start the video without giving a shout out to all the subscribers? Let's go. Let's grow this Dollar Tree. So in this video, we're going to be talking about potential trade setups and potential options as far as midterm, maybe a little bit of long-term trades. Not too long, but midterm trades. From what I see in the market. So in the previous video, which wasn't as liked or watched, you will know that I brought up altcoins, coins that have bounced. They have had a nice bounce. Spot price is up over 20% for Tezos. Zilliqa, I think, is also up around, is also up around 18 to 22%. Swipe is another one that's up, had a very nice bounce, and a few other ones. I've mentioned a few other ones. Chainlink did bounce, kind of pulled back and is kind of like struggling a little bit right now around that $10 range, but had a decent bounce. And if we talking about Chainlink, come on guys, I've said this probably for the last month now. I've talked maybe 2 weeks, two weeks, maybe two and a half weeks, about Chainlink at that $6.50, $7 area. All right, you're welcome. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. So right now, what we're going to talk about, two particular altcoins in this video that I like, that I see potential in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some screenshots on the screen for you guys to follow along as I describe what I'm looking at. Nothing too technical, to be specific, so don't be surprised or try to discredit what it is that I'm saying just because I'm not deciding to go extremely technical in this video, because I want to simplify this and just lay out a basic opportunity for people over a midterm period of time. All right, so two coins. I'm going to start with Algorand, and then I'm going to swing over to Swipe, and then if it's a little bit time left, maybe I'll get into some of the most recent news. Last video, as far as recent news, real quick, I talked about the KuCoin hack. However, I didn't mention the amount of money that was hacked from KuCoin, and that amount was around 200 million. So KuCoin came out with a statement saying that they were going to freeze the funds, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure the cryptocurrency channels have covered it. So as you know, Ethereum as well is coming out with staking pretty soon, October 2nd, 9th or something like that. I think it's 9th. Don't quote me on it. I'll probably put it in the pinned comment or in the description. But Ethereum, guys, you know how I like Ethereum. Ethereum is the move for me. $2,000, $3,000 Ethereum is in the future, in my opinion, very much so. Ethereum is Big Daddy. All right, that's the Big Daddy. So let's get right to it. So I'm gonna put the screenshot here on the screen for you guys for Algorand, and I'm just gonna get right to it. So in the previous video, I spoke about that 27-cent price that it has retested 3 times already after moves higher. Decent moves, one decent move higher, a really big move higher, and then now a nice bounce again off of what looks to be like a pretty much a double bottom or something like that here. Ever since that 27-cent was broken, and in mid-July, it has been respecting that 27 cent as support. You had a decent little run up, come back down, tried to recover, came back down and hit it a second time, and then a huge run up. And then it slowly made its way back down there again recently, most recently. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting that to be a major support level and possibly entry level. Now, if you're getting in a little bit, say you're getting in now at 32 cents, to be safe, if you really want to play this trade out long term, not financial advice, you're definitely going to want to have your stop loss set slightly above that 27 cents. Why do I say slightly above? Potentially because you want to mitigate excessive loss, especially if you put in a significant amount of money in the market. Now, let's say that this 27 cents is a great bounce opportunity and you are getting it at these levels to continue higher. If you're going to go to the 35% route, which is you got 100% of X amount of money, you put 35% at this level, and you slowly accumulate on the way down up to that 100% toward that 27-cent range, and then your stop loss is set directly below, very close to that 27-cent major support. And then, of course, as the price starts to recover and you accumulate it at lower prices, you can start to earn that money back much sooner, break even a little bit before or at your entry point, and then go on to gains from there for more of a longer midterm hold for Algorand. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at Algorand right now, getting in mid-market. Not the best risk to reward ratio as far as getting in at these levels, because it's a little higher. It's kind of high from that 27 cent in my opinion. I would have liked to, been on these videos, putting these videos out a little bit sooner for you guys to may have getting in around the 29.5 cent area. That would be more ideal if you're looking left at that 27 cent being major support. That's more ideal for entry, to make sure that bounce from support is the real deal. So what it did do as well, though, it did come back down and test that 29 cents after breaking above it, which is why I said what I said. So if you bought at that 29 cents, would have pretty much been close to the breakout. You would have sent a retest and then the slight move higher, and then maybe it comes back down and a retest 29 cents again before finally breaking above what seems to be resistance up around that 32 to 33 cent area. So that's Algorand. Let's talk about price targets for Algorand. So eventually, this is how, not the most popular, but this is how I like to play it. And my reason for playing it like this way, because there's peace of mind, set it and forget it. So we can see the top of this range up here, which I'm going to put a dot up here. The top of the range for Algorand is this 75 cents. That was the peak, that's 75 cents. So over time, we're talking about 5, 6 months, maybe even 8 months, you'll see Algorand potentially break that 27, that 75 cent, retest and pop, potentially break that 27 cent. It's going to be a while, but that's midterm. So if you get a decent amount of money in right now with support, you do what I said before, that's pretty decent gains. Getting in at 32 cent, that's over 100% gains. That's over 100% gains within the year for your investment on a midterm hold for Algorand. Potentially, okay? Nothing is guaranteed in this market due to the excessive manipulation and now incorporation with the major markets. Finance 1.0 is Chico Crypto, who I mentioned pretty often on this channel. So there you go, guys. Algorand, that's what I'm looking at. That's something that is definitely on my radar. Now let's switch over to Swipe. Is a little more tricky, and in my opinion, I think that Swipe potentially has some more downside. And my reason for this is that Swipe going up to $4.99 is an all-time high for Swipe. So, the chances of Swipe recovering and making new all-time highs, especially when it's not a coin like that, it doesn't have the same type of hype that Chainlink had when Chainlink first broke its first all-time high, like $4.50 or whatever it was, and then just completely took off. Chainlink had the benefit of it being in that range, that March market low, and then really starting to take off around early to mid-May. A lot of the coins did. Link benefited though because of that, as far as creating this new all-time high and then potentially coming back to break it again in the process. But this because we're past that now and we're looking to pretty much recover now to those all-time highs, I think you'll see a nice mid-term recovery for Swipe, but not all the way to those all-time high and surpass, at least not in the immediate. So this is more of a high-risk trade. This would probably be something where if the price makes it back to the $2.20 around that resistance area, I would look to probably get out around that area. I wouldn't even test it, because I really do believe more downside is there for Swipe. So let's look at it now. Let's look at the bottom of where it bounced at, and then I'll get on to where I think it's going to go as far as the major bounce and recovery if the market continues to be in bullish conditions. Now let's keep in mind that looking at this chart, this is under we're looking at this and presenting is with the impression that we're still going to be in a bullish conditional market once the recovery starts to happen. And I'm also going to talk about tax harvesting as well, which could also affect the price potentially. So let me bring up the screenshot for Swipe here and to follow along with me what I'm looking at. So right now the current price of Swipe is $1.52. You see it ran up to just over $1.80, just over $1.80 to $1.82 in this recovery, and it bounced from $1.04. So I'm going to draw a line. As you can see, it's a line here on this chart for $1.04. Now, it's really difficult on this particular exchange to determine where plenty of support is going to be, because the coin hasn't been out that long and it's pretty new to this exchange. But I will tell you this, based on other charts, which I'll probably put a screenshot up here as well in the meantime, that support levels for major support levels for Swipe is going to, I'm talking about like major, is going to be around 82 cents and 59 cents. So right now we're looking at a bounce at $1.06, you know, a decent recovery, but that's after a huge dump from all-time highs, $4.99. Very, very big dump. I mean, pretty much, you know, it never goes straight down. But if you look at the angle of this chart, that's nothing but downside, with slight recoveries of, you know, going up and filling sell orders or buy orders or whatever on the way down. It took a while for it to rebound and bounce. I expected to see a bounce at around $1.30, and $1.30 is pretty, $1.21 to $1.26, $1.30 was pretty good support. As you can see here on the chart, if you look left, you can see pretty good price action in that range. I'm going to draw a circle over here. There's a circle on this screenshot. And then if you come back around, pretty much in that trading range where it's at now, that $1.29, $1.30 to $1.50 trading range, the range that it broke out of and broke bearish out of, you know, before it went down to $1. So now we could look to see that $1.26 is potential support, but I don't think it's going to be strong support. So here's what we're looking at for Swipe for entry and potential price. Let's get right to it. If Bitcoin pulls back, Swipe is going back down to $1. Major support. That is a potential price target. If Bitcoin continues to go back down, based on the previous video's analysis of where I drew out, watch last video to get a better idea of, you know, where I thought Bitcoin was going and the price action. Anything that happens in between, of course, like I said in that video, it's whatever. That's pretty much market stuff. Chop, as you know, Chris likes to say. Whatever, price movement. But $1 is definitely in the cards. And if Bitcoin continues to pull all the way back down to fill that gap, you might see Swipe dump even harder down toward that 82-cent support. Okay, so I would definitely not recommend getting in Swipe right now, not until you start to see more bullish conditions from the market, a return to stronger bullish conditions for the market. Now, recently it had that decent little run up due to news and things coming out about the coin and overall technical analysis. I don't weigh too heavy on news personally. So let's talk about price and where it's going to go. Like I previously stated, if you are to get in around that $1 area or in that lower trading range of $1 to $1.21, tight stop losses. Do not put your entire portfolio, or not portfolio, but you know what I mean. Don't throw the bag at it. Don't do it. Be measured in your approach to getting into Swipe at them levels. Where do you look to get out at? You look to get out at support around $2.30. Resistance around $2.30. So you can see this line I drew right here. You can see that not strong resistance, but that's pretty much where you want to pull out at. So it would be a pretty midterm to decent term hold, especially if Bitcoin continues to pull back. Not all the way down, but if Bitcoin pulls back down and bounce and gives you a little bit chop so that more altcoins can recover some of the price loss, some of these altcoins can continue from their bounce, then that's a pretty decent trade. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Take a couple weeks to a month to play out, depending on whatever Bitcoin does. Now let's talk about Bitcoin pulling back down and how that could affect what I see of Swipe potentially going down to 82 cents to that lower support. So if Bitcoin continues to pull back down and you get down to the 82% and it takes longer than expected, and it's more around that Christmas to end of the year range that this happens. Keep this in mind. Be aware of the price and the timeline all in one, because a lot of people at the end of the year are going to do tax loss harvesting. So you might have a little bit of an end of year sell-off and then a buyback in at the beginning of the year. Because remember, at the end of 2019, you had a slight sell-off, and then at the beginning of the year, Dash, Ethereum Classic, and a few other select coins started to take off. All right, so keep that in mind as well. That might also keep you staggered down there around that 82 to 92 cent range for a swipe as well. And last but not least, if the price comes back up and breaks that $2.30, you're going to want to be very eerie about getting in at that range. Once it breaks and holds your support, you want to make sure that Bitcoin is strong. It is sideways or bullish. You don't want it to jump in a scenario where the market's going to be pulling back again and it messes around and wicks back down or pulls back down to test the current price range right now, which is, 150 to 180. If you look at this small area right here on the chart that I'm gonna draw a circle around right here, this little, it looks like a flag on a 12 hour. It looks like a subtle flag on a 12 hour. All right. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Next video, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm talking about Uniswap. Okay. Let's talk about Uniswap. I say Uniswap. Whew. Long day ahead. Got a lot of work to do. Appreciate everybody for watching. You can follow us on Instagram at TheDollarTree. You can follow me on Instagram at I'm Leo Calm. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel Life Stuff. I'm Leo Calm. CALM. Same thing. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Appreciate everybody for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you want to see. What do you want me to cover or talk about? Because as this channel goes on, I want to be more educated. And I want everybody else to bring whatever education that they have to the table. And of course, that is the Patreon is going to be what the Patreon is just all about, So appreciate everybody for watching, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when we upload a new video. I'm Shy, this is the Dollar Tree, and I'll see you guys in the next video.